Hey y'all, long time, no talk. It's definitely been a while. Like I didn't have a whole baby and everything. So, but yeah, y'all. So I am actually making breakfast, and I'm gonna be doing a little mini vlog today, just to get back into my groove. But how have y'all been? How's life been going? 2024 for me started out with me bringing in my bundle of joy. So I have my little sunshine here. He's actually watching cartoons in his rocker right now while I give me some food made. But yeah, y'all, it's been a lot. Like a lot has been going on, and we're gonna dig into the layers as we go. But I know this is like my third, fourth, fifth time saying this, but I'm gonna be consistent with my content. I am, because I just need to be. Like, I need to put faith in. I have all of this content in my phone, taking up my storage, and I haven't done anything with it. And it's just, y'all, it's a lot. But just to give you a brief overview, I have, in the time that, from my last video, I've gotten laid off from work. I have crazy. Got laid off from work while pregnant. So I ended up, going through the rest of my pregnancy. It was a blessing in disguise because I was able to rest and just eat and just enjoy my pregnancy, my first pregnancy, So that was great. Then, of course, I had him. Ended up having to get an emergency C-section. Did not foresee that for myself at all. Like, that was not a part of the plan, but God had other plans. Back home with the baby, that recovery in itself was a whole thing. And now I'm about 7 months. On the 25th, I'll be 7 months out. We will be 7 months out. And yeah, baby. And I'm feeling good. I'm getting back into my normal routine. I shed a lot of the weight, and I'm down to the weight that I have been wanting to work towards. And yeah, continuing to just, hydrate well, eat the best I can. I'm still fine tuning that, making sure I'm eating enough because I'm breastfeeding. And in the midst of all of that, lost my grandmother, my girl. So, and that actually was like just about a month ago. So that's still fresh. But yeah, life has been lifing, y'all. Like, and I feel like that was just like a sped up version of everything. But yeah, and in the midst of my grandmother's passing, well, not in the midst of, but after my grandmother passed, I just felt like, I don't know, life is just too short to stay content knowing that you've been blessed with gifts to be greater. And it's crazy how losing someone that close to you, right, that means so much to you, enhances all of the things that you knew you were supposed to be doing, that you knew you could do. But it's like, it's a motivator for you to kind of like even go harder for yourself, not even for nobody else, but really for yourself. And then of course, like, I got a not newborn, but he'll be 7 months, but that's another motivator. Like, I just got to be my best self for not only me, but him, my family, and I need to make sure I'm fostering the things that I enjoy doing and not making excuses for it. So yeah, I was like, quit playing with your content. Like, get it out there. Put it out there. I was doing it before. Life happened. But now it's just like, even in the midst of the storms and everything, I feel like this is a great outlet for me. So I'm back. And I'm a little better. Not 100% because I'm still dealing with the grief. But I am at peace knowing that she's at peace. And knowing that I have the ability to move forward, and I still have things to give in this life. So Yeah. So I'm gonna make me some eggs, some toast, and some sausage. And get me some food because your girl is hungry, okay? So, and y'all will hear my baby in the background. Make sure y'all hydrating. Because Lord knows I have to. Oh, wait.
Ready for some apples?
Okay, yeah. So I am got a few things to do today, so I'm just gonna do like a natural quick look, I guess that's what we want to call it. Yeah, like literally I have been struggling with this postpartum acne. Like I don't know what's going on. Before I had my baby, honestly, before pregnancy, my skin was fine. I was like on the up and up. Finally found a regimen that worked for me. It was going great. Then as soon as I got them pregnancy hormones kicked in, it was a wrap. Like everything just spiraled out of control. So now I'm like, I think I'm getting back to a place where it's like my face is going back to how it used to be. The hormones are calming down, but my sister was like, takes it at least a year. So I'm gonna give it that year to do whatever it needs to do. But yeah, it's like crazy. Yeah, it's been crazy. Like this whole skin journey is crazy. And I'm just trying to get some type of control over it. My sister actually gave me some tips about some products that I can use. So I've started using like Good Molecule. And I've always used CeraVe. That was the thing that like worked for me the best, but it's going back and forth between the salicylic acid wash twice a day or the foaming wash at night, the salicylic in the morning. I've been doing salicylic morning and night for the past 3 days now, just because I feel like it cleanses my skin much better, and it just seems like my face is like more oily. So I just want to make sure it's getting any debris and dirt off fully. And the salicylic acid does have my face feeling really good and clean afterwards. And then when I put on my moisturizer and everything, it doesn't feel like, gunky or clump, whatever. Yeah, know what I mean. But that's what I've been doing. So I'm just gonna continue using it and see how it goes for a couple of months before I'm like, oh, this is for sure what I need to do. But so far so good. I will say my face feels good. It's moisturized. It doesn't feel dry or patchy like it did before. And one of the things that I really do like that she recommended I use is the healing ointment for CeraVe. So yeah. And I cannot see y'all. Like this is crazy. This is why I wear glasses. So I'm putting on this mineral infused elf primer. Elf has always done me good, and I just need to make, like, honestly, when I do makeup, the problem is it looks like dry afterwards, and I make sure I moisturize my face when I'm doing my morning routine. So it's so crazy when I would like have makeup on sometimes and it just looks like it's so dry. But I was like, maybe it's the primers that I was using, because I was using older primers. Don't judge me, y'all. Like, I ain't gonna lie. you know, if I have it, I'm gonna use it. I just don't like wasting products. But I think the primer was too old and it wasn't actually doing what it's supposed to do. So Elf has always been good for me. It's always worked. Never had issues with it. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just make sure I find a primer that actually hydrates my skin so that it's not coming out as that dry look. But yeah, so that's what I'm going in with. I use MAC concealer and MAC concealer, MAC foundation. I don't use that much. I really do more like concealer and then a little bit of my foundation. Because of these breakouts, I have been using more foundation than I usually preferred. But it's okay. It's okay. So we finna get this face together. And you know, yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. I need to go put my contacts on. 1 second. Okay, yeah, so we are back and I got my contacts in. I'm about to get this done. And my son was actually fighting his sleep so bad, y'all. Like so bad. And now he is down for his nap. So it's perfect timing because he loves to be the center of attention, okay? But yeah, I really like e.l.f. products a lot. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I use this for lip liner and my eyebrow. It's really it's the eyebrow lift pencil. Yeah, this one. But, so yeah. As I was saying before, I have so much content in this phone, and I'm just like, it just needs to get out there. And it was so crazy because one day I was just like, you know how you kind of talk yourself out of doing something you know you should do? That's what I was doing. And I was just like, you know what? Maybe I should delete all this stuff, whatever. But like, why? Why do that? And, you know, count myself out of blessings that God has for me. Like, it's a reason that I started wanting to create content, right? It's a reason that I've been blessed to have the time and tools to do so. And it was kind of natural because of my hair business. So if you don't know, I own a hair business, and I should have did my little bra gel, but it's okay. This gonna work for today. But anyways, I have a hair business. It's called K's Hair Extensions. I sell bundles, Indian hair bundles, and I make wigs. I also sell wigs, lace closures, and 13 by 16 or 13 by 4 units that are already pre-constructed. So if you are interested in a wig or you want to purchase one, let me know. I have really great prices, and I often have promotions and sales. So most of the time you'll be able to take advantage of a deal, promotion, or sale. So, but anywho, with my hair content, I naturally was, you know, creating content for my business page and things like that. And it was just like one day I was like, why am I limiting myself? Because I really do enjoy making the content. It's just, you know, when you kind of get in your head about how things should look, or like if you're doing it the right way, etc. That's really what I kept battling. And when, of course, like my grandmother always told me, do what you want to do, go after all of your dreams. Both of my grandmothers actually always instilled that. And when I was sitting at home one day, like contemplating if I was even going to keep the content that I had or just delete it from my phone, it was like, why am I doing that? Like, why am I playing myself because of this moment, of how I feel right now? And it really caused me to reflect back on, like, why have I been creating so many issues, or not issues, but like excuses as to why I can't or should not put my content out there. So, yeah, I prayed about it, and it was just something on my heart that was like, no, like, go do it, go put it out there. So, if anybody out there is contemplating, um, putting your content out there, having like, just in your head about how everything is going to go, just do it. Literally, just do it. Because the worst that can happen is you don't do it. And then you be sitting back like, dang, wondering, shoulda, coulda, woulda, like what would have happened if you did do it. So instead of even doing all that, I really need my eyebrows arched. I should have did my gel. I should do the gel. Let me see something. That looks a little better. Yeah, it looks much better than what it did at first. So just a little bit on this one. This one is perfect. It's always one eyebrow that's perfect, but anyhow. But yeah, don't cheat yourself out. Like, what can happen? What can really go wrong? Just like go for it, y'all, for real. But yeah, that has been my kind of, I would say, blocker that I constantly have been dealing with. But I am forcing myself to stop creating those limitations and just go out and chase everything that I've always once prayed about, or ask God to help me achieve. And that's another thing. Like, I feel like if I don't do it, I prayed about it to cop out, like as soon as I had the opportunity and God gave me the blessing, I decided to like flake out of it. No, that's not okay. So I am grateful and I am thankful for my blessings and my skills and abilities. So I'm going to do what I can and leverage those. But yeah. Okay. So I was using Sephora concealer. I've had this for a while. Probably need to replace it, but it does what it needs to do. And I add a little bit of my 24-hour Studio Fix MAC concealer. So I'm going to go in with both of these. Actually, I need to do my eyes. Do under my eyes. But yeah, guys. So, conversation piece. So, about being a mom, right? Now, I only been a part of this hood for 7 months. My year is coming up shortly. But it's a lot of things that I think you hear people talk about it, but you don't take it into like account until you actually, are living it. So one thing I have noticed is, well, not noticed, but it's something that I've been like making sure I stay on top of. What is going on here? Is continuing to have time for the things that I enjoy doing, or making time for the things that I enjoy doing, right? I don't know why when I do my makeup, my nose always starts to run. I don't know what it is, but it always happens. Anyways, it's so easy to get lost in the everyday, the day-to-day movements, like if you're a working mom, going to work, making sure you are, good and mentally prepared to do what you got to do as a mom, but then making sure your child or children, if you have more than one, they're good, and you prioritize them first before yourself, which it's kind of like inevitable. That's what just happens, right? I mean, you do it nonchalantly. I can't speak for everybody, but I know most of the moms I know, including myself, it's like you kind of, not to say in a bad way, but you put yourself on the back burner because you are prioritizing the needs and things for your child, as expected, right? Nothing is wrong. That's what we would expect. But oftentimes, it gets to a point of where you are neglecting your things that make you happy. Oftentimes, you kind of like start to put yourself on the back burner so much that you forget to make time for the things that you truly enjoy doing. Like, whether it's like going out, for just going to the park or something, for a walk or something, or for me, I really do enjoy making content, especially like for my business when it comes to wigs and making different wigs, trying out new colors and dyes and things like that to like challenge myself and um expand my, I guess, creativity when it comes to making my wigs, right? And of course, before I was pregnant and had my baby, I had a lot of time to do that. But now that, he's actually here, I realized I was not, well, it was about a couple months, and especially after like recovering from my C-section, I realized that I wasn't really making time for the things that brought me joy, like those things I just mentioned. Like none of the stuff that I was doing before, I really wasn't making time for. And of course, don't get me wrong, like coloring hair and wigs and stuff, that does take time. So it's like I'm not trying to like rush back to like be making wigs every day, right? But at least just like trying to have some time or make some time to create my hair content, or install one of the wigs I create, because I created so many wigs. Like I made so many wigs for myself last year, it doesn't make any sense. Like some of them I still haven't installed or worn, and I haven't sold it because I want to wear it myself. I made it for me, and not to be selfish or anything, but I just didn't want to sell the things. I literally was like, oh, I'm making this for myself, and I haven't even installed it or got to market anything or wear it myself, because I could always make it for someone else if I needed to. But some of that stuff, I literally like took the measurements off my head and made the wig. So it's just like they've been sitting there and just aging, you know. And one day, I think I was like maybe 4 to 5 months in, because I was actually like working out more and able to um move around how I would have liked, instead of feeling like I was just bound to the couch and having to like slowly move around, can drive, etc. If you've had a C-section, you understand. But yeah, it was like it got to that point. I was just like, wait a minute, like I am more than just a mom, you know? I'm a business owner. I would like to consider myself as a content creator. Now, I may not be like a large influencer or anything, but I would like to consider myself as a content creator. Yes, I will say that. So I hadn't even been able to like I wasn't making any content for my hair business. I was just solely focused on like understanding what my new life would look like and like my new schedule because like for my son, well, luckily when he came home, he actually slept like 4 to 5 hour increments during the night. So I really didn't have the issue of having to wake up, often in the middle of the night. That wasn't a thing that I really had to deal with. But it was of course understanding his feedings, like when he would cluster feed, that was a thing in itself. And then when he would when he was getting into like he would cry when he had the pamper when he needed a pamper change if he had to burp. So understanding those cues, because of course like he's a baby, all he knows to do is cry to let me know something. And my husband, we're both learning because we're both new, like we're first time parents, we've never done this before. So just trying to get the hang of that was a task in itself. And I really got so deep in that I completely forgot, like I neglected myself, right? Like I should have used my elf concealer. I have one right here, but I think this is more for the winter time. Yeah, this isn't like, I'll do that next time. But anyways, I was neglecting myself and the things that I really like doing. And so I remember my husband talking about it one day. It was like when I went to get a pedicure, I was like, oh my gosh, are you okay? Can like, if I leave, are you going to be fine? And he's like, as long as you have some milk here, we should be okay. But he like definitely was encouraging me to make sure that I did what I needed to do to have like some time to myself to just get away from, the normal of thinking, you just got a mom, 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 mom. So that was helpful because he definitely was like, no, go get your pedicure, go get your nails done, like do things that makes you feel good, because I don't want you to feel like you cannot, or lose yourself and all of that. And really, that's kind of like how postpartum depression onset, because you feel like you don't know who you are anymore. And I totally understand people when they say that, like, until you go through a pregnancy and afterwards and everything. And again, everybody's pregnancy is different. So it could be things that you experience in your pregnancy that kind of cause the help, like that cause the onset, because you just never know. It's just so unpredictable. But yeah, I could see how other moms are like, I don't know who I am anymore. But yeah, I started getting back out. I enjoy pedicures. I enjoy like little things as far as like charcuterie boards. I enjoy going to the movies and little things like that now. I ain't gonna lie. We did go to the movies with Deuce to see Bad Boys. And he was a little fussy because I didn't consider like the surround sound stuff. So he was like, because at that point, I think he had just hit 5 months. And so I was like, oh, dang, because my birthday was June 13th. And um, I had gotten pregnant. I found out I was pregnant last year. Ooh, that was loud. Last year around May. So I hadn't done, well, I was able to do stuff with my pregnancy, right? I went to movies and stuff like that. But then it was like, dang, I haven't been to movies. I want to see Red Boys. But we went. And he did good. He was like, he would fuss a little bit because I had the little wrap on, but he calmed down. I had to stand at the bottom part, like in the doorway, for a minute, just because I didn't want to be too in the thing, like in the auditorium for the sound to kind of like affect him. But once he fell asleep, he was calm and I was able to kind of watch the end of the movie. But that was something where I was like, okay, I was starting to go out to, outdoor malls just to do some walking around with him and things like that. But it was just important for me to get back to doing the things that I like doing, because I was like, dang, I haven't did this in a long time. And so now I also wasn't working for from my 6 months mark up until my son was 5 months. Yeah. So I had the first 5 months to really like just be with him, but also kind of slowly get back into my groove and everything. And then I found a job, and that was really good because I work from home, and I always said I wanted to be able to be at home with my baby. So yeah, I found my job, and I had already been working out, making sure I was working out 3 to 4 times a week just to get some movement going on. And I was, I had got down. That was the month I got down to the weight that I was trying to get to. And that's when things started kind of like getting to the point. I'm like, okay, I can do this, like, because, as a new mom, it's like, dang, what the heck? Honestly, I found appreciation for every mom that I know, because it's like, dang, bro, like, I ain't gonna lie, y'all make this stuff look so easy. And like, my mom had 3 of us, and every time I talk to her, I'd be like, Mom, I don't know how you did this. And there's people out here that has more than one, and I'm like, whew, I'm just getting to it, or getting down, feeling real confident with my one now. At this point, I'm 7 months in. I'm like, imagine people that had twins or who have, other kids. Like, I applaud y'all, because this is not no easy job. Like, for real, this is not no easy 1, 2, 3. Here's a rule book on how to get it done. So kudos. But yeah, like, so once I got to that point, 5 months in, I'm working out, I'm moving around. We were continuing to do like date nights as much as we can. Like, we had our moms and like grandmothers coming down at that point. By the grace of God, my grandmother was able to come down, hang out with my baby, and have some quality time with him. So that's another blessing that I'm like, she was able to like be here with me when I had my first baby, because I'm the oldest. So I was her first grandchild. So she was able to see her first grandchild have their first child. So that's a blessing that I never count out. But anyways, yeah, we had our like family coming down. They would watch him for a night and like tell us like go out and everything. So we had went to a comedy show. We did like a arcade night together, literally just to get out and do something. Oops, I just spilled all this stuff. I just spilled all this. Oh my gosh. Of course, of course. And as a mom, it's really like I need to show my child or children, if I have future kids, that, you got to keep going. Life doesn't stop, and you shouldn't stop going after the things that you desire. It's going to be things that happen, but don't stop. Don't stop. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Oh, my other blush. But yeah, literally like, shout out to all the mommies out there, because we are doing it, No matter what it is, you are making sure that your child is good, and that's all that matters, And don't forget to take care of yourself. Like, take care of yourself. Don't forget that. That's important. You have to be good for them, You can't be not okay and think you're gonna be your best self for them. You gotta take care of yourself. Whether it's going to get facials, whether it's having a girls' night, whether it's taking yourself out to go get a meal, going out for lunch, sitting outside. Like, it's little things like that that just do it, because you don't want to look back and be like, dang, I coulda, shoulda, coulda, woulda, and all that, and then like try to be like, oh well, if I didn't have a child, because it's like, come on now, you could do it. Our parents did it. They did a lot more, honestly, than what we like. We have a lot more, I guess, kind of like help today, or like things,
resources, I guess, let's call it that, like um, being able to work from home. I don't know how many options they had back in the day that allowed moms to work from home. Like, I don't know how prevalent that was. I don't think it even was like a popular thing, and they wasn't promoting um, breast milk or breastfeeding as much as they're promoting it now. Which, granted, they probably didn't have all the information we have now than they did back then. So it's little things like that where it's just like they were some no limit soldiers for real. And to try to make an excuse today and be like, oh no, I can't do it because I got a child. Yes, you can, girl. Now, I'm not saying it's easy, but you can do it. You know, you can do it. Just try it. You try it out. You see what works. You see what don't work, and you go from there. Like I said, I'm not a pro at this. I'm only 7 months in. I'm still learning, but I got to the point. I'm at the point where it's like, okay, I'm not gonna neglect my the things I like, who I am as a person outside of being a mom. I'm a mom plus so much more. And that's the truth. Because, yes, there's days where I be like, dang, you trying to take me out. Because them baby scratches, them blowouts, and then when they be grabbing your face, no joke, like you need to be tough. Have some tough skin, literally. But it's fun, you know, it's fun doing it. And then being able to blend all of the different facets of myself into that. So yeah, like, oh, keep doing that. And he taking his nap. If I wake him up, I'm gonna be so salty. I'm gonna be so upset myself. But I got some of my teeth. Mm. Yeah, I did have some of my teeth. Anyhow, but yeah, it is all gonna be okay, mom. Any mommies out there, you got it. Like, if you just, this is like, you know, you're just getting into motherhood. Hey, sis, I'm only 7 months in. Like, there's no true, I don't know, like, how to go about all of this. It's literally like you just gotta go with the flow of things and don't put too much stress on yourself. Like, don't. Some stuff may work, some stuff may not. But you just gotta keep going. You take it and you roll with it. It's trust and believe. My aunt always says, what your child sees you doing, to in their eyes, you're perfect. There's nothing that you're doing wrong. There's nothing that you can do wrong, right? So don't even be so like, oh my gosh, you know, what are they gonna think of me? They think you perfect. You're their mom. They think everything you do is amazing. And that should be motivating in itself. Because I know when I be having some days, I just look at him and then I just be like, you know, he smiles and they laugh at you and all that. It's like everything is okay. And it's going to be okay. We're going to be okay. There's a lot of things that we are told, you know, like, oh, make sure you sleep when the baby sleeps, which is true. I ain't gonna lie. I take advantage of that. But yeah, because once they start getting that energy, bro, listen, listen. They be up and at it, ready to go. I be trying to tell dudes, I'm like, dudes, we gonna sleep in. It's Saturday. Like, who am I kidding? He be looking at me like, yeah, girl, right. And pop right up at like 7 a.m. And his dad goes to work. My husband go to work at like 8, or he leaves out around 8 on Saturdays. So he be up with him, and I be knocked out. But I ain't gonna lie, it kind of helps me get up too because I'm like, okay, well, let's start the day because like I can't sleep that long. Like now, I used to sleep until like 11 or 12 for real because I'd be up all night. Now, even if I'm up all night, y'all, I'll be up at like he'll wake up at 7. I'll probably be up like 8:30, literally like by 8:30. And then I'm like, well, at this point, I might as well get up and do what I got to do. And then it actually is motivated because it's like, okay, I got to do content anyway, so let me go ahead and get it going. But yeah, like we can do this, y'all. We can do this. But that's the conversation piece of the day. Like being a mom is so rewarding. It is so rewarding. And the highs and the lows, it all is so rewarding because it's like you look back and be like, dang, I did that. You be like, I did that. That was on me. I did that. You know, gotta pat yourself on the back. And you gotta keep it going, baby. You gotta keep it pushing. Gotta keep moving. We gotta keep moving, you know. Time stops for nobody. You know, okay. Time stops for nobody. And I will say one of the biggest lessons that I've learned that I continue to make sure I guess do, let my child be a child. Let him scream, let him blow them bubbles, let him do all the little wild little antics as he is developing because I mean he's a kid and I was taught as like my parents let me be a kid and it's like always promote like all the women that I'm around is like let them be children, like they're let them be kids. And I totally am all for that. Like heck, he helped bring out the child in me, you know, when I let him be a child. And he's like 6 months now. So I'm really like, I don't expect you to do nothing but really like start to get acclimated with your voice. Do the screams, do the yells, make the little sounds because that's how you're going to get used to your voice. That's how you're going to learn all things that you were capable of doing. And that's going to actually motivate him and any other child to, you know, do what they want to do, express themselves in the way that they know how. And they'll feel supported by their parents starting at such a young age. And that's going to trickle down the line. Like you'll see that it's going to impact them down the line. And you'll be like, dang, I'm proud I did that because you never want your child to grow up and feel like they couldn't be themselves at home. You know, you never want that. That's no way for a child to feel. So yeah, that's one thing I definitely, and me and my husband both are like, he's a kid. That's what kids do. Like it'd be stuff where it'd be like, he'll do something just off the wall. I'm like, what? But then it's like, that's what babies do. Blowouts. That's what babies do. And you cannot predict when they're going to do things. That's another thing about it. It's like, you can make that stressful. I feel like, you know, of course, like I know myself, I was like a major planner. I try to always be ahead of the game. I always wanted to be extra, extra prepared for what's to come, even if I don't know what is to come. But having him has really allowed me to release that. And I was praying about it too, but I could see like God was like, listen, just sit still. I got something coming. And he blessed me with my son. And I've relinquished the need to feel like everything is set, everything is perfect, everything is going to go exactly how I want it to go or how I think it's going to go. Because that's not how it works with kids, especially when they're babies. That's not how it works. And so like with the blowouts and like I'll be working, y'all. I'm probably like deep in thought on doing something, and then I look over at him in his rocker, and he like doing his little screaming antics. I'm like, oh crap, I know you boo booed, but then I lift him up, and then his whole back is like yellow. I'm like, bro, we gotta wash you up, get you changed, another onesie. This is a full change, but I laugh at it most of the times because it's like he's a baby. What do I expect babies to do? And it's like even when I'm like, oh, I'm staying on top of the pamper changes, I'll change him, and I kid y'all not, 25 minutes later, and it's that rocker. I really think that he's so comfortable in that rocker, y'all. He likes pooping in that rocker. I like that's his blowout spot. I kid you not. Every blowout he's had has happened in that rocker. Like I would change him at 15, 20 minutes. He started doing these little yells and stuff. And I'm just like, oh Lord, hold on. I know you the number two, but it be the blowout. It's a whole blowout. And I just be like, you did this in 10, 15 minutes. So it's like me and my husband are convinced like that's his shit spot. Like he and I'm not even mad. At this point, I just be like, look, all we gonna do is throw a little koala in the washing machine, get him back in there, and you back at it. Like you gotta have fun with it. Unpredictable. And like I said, that's just another thing of like as I go and I grow as a mom, I can tell the things that were holding me back before I had him, and I'm releasing those things. It's allowing me to even walk into more of my purpose and go after all the goals that I've set for myself. And again, like thinking about all the stuff that my grandmother taught me and she used to tell me, it's just like, we only got one life. You better do it like Nike, okay? I did my face, y'all. If there's any if y'all want me to go through the products that I use, let me know. But this was just like a little quick put together look. There is a e.l.f. concealer that I would prefer using, but I use it in the fall because, you know, in the summertime, you get out in the sun, get tan, get darker. So I have certain concealers I use for the summertime, and then I have summer, spring, because in Texas, the spring kind of get hot too. And then I have those for the winter time because then it's like all my color tries to go away. So yeah, you'll see me use those later down the line. But I'm about to go put this wig on. Okay, so this hair, whew, I need to go get my ends clipped, a nice deep condition, etc. But I'm really finna see if I can do it in these two twists and then just put them back. I probably can't because my hair, well, I may be able to do it. It's gonna be some big twists, but let's see. My edges are trying to come back. But I mean, honestly, yeah, at this point, I just I get it washed, I take care of my hair as best as I can. But my edges have always been like finer, thinner than the bulk of my hair. Really, like, I could say it could have been related to putting rubber bands and stuff on as a kid. Like, you know, we used to do pigtails and we used the rubber bands. I could say it's because of that. This ain't gonna work. I'm gonna just look at that. But if I'm being real with y'all, I just think it's like, I don't know, a genetic thing. Because I don't even put my hair in ponytails like that much. Now I'm doing it now, but it ain't like a tight ponytail. And I always kind of like make sure I'm not straight or stressing my edges like that. So I really don't know why, but I haven't found a product that really helps promote the growth of my edges. So if you have any suggestions, feel free to send them my way. In the meantime, I will continue my care maintenance of, you know, washing, getting it washed, conditioned, or deep conditioned. I get twist out, well, not twist outs, but I'll have like flat twists put in my head. That's usually what I have my stylist do. And then I'll let them sit in my head for like a week, sometimes 2 weeks for real, y'all, because I am listen, I will wear my flat twist sets out happily. And then, or sometimes I put my wig cap over and with my wigs because it's already a flat foundation. So it's like, I can kind of get my wigs off for a couple weeks or a week or so. And then I take down my twists and then I have a beautiful twist out or braid out, depending on what I decide to do. And that's what I've really been doing. My hair has been growing though. It's gotten really thick. At one point it was not as thick. I have a video, I don't know I think I did show in one of my older videos the growth between when I first had a big chop before I moved to Texas to at that point. I want to say maybe it was like a year or 2 years ago. But yeah, especially after pregnancy, I had braids. You know, was not washing my hair was a whole thing in itself. Like I was so tired whenever I had to wash my hair. Like I could not. So I literally was like, I had to go to my stylist to have her do it. I tried it one time and yeah, I had to get out the shower, lay down. Mind you, I had put the conditioner in my hair. I had to get out the shower, lay down. I ended up taking a nap, like a 20-30 minute nap in a towel and everything, and then got back in the shower to rest it out. Like I literally had to work myself up to get more energy just resting to finish my hair. And I didn't even twist nothing because I was just like getting it washed and conditioned was a whole thing. So yeah, but anyways, I had the braids. My hair was growing a lot, and now I've been just letting it be. Since I have had the baby, I have not gone to my stylist, and it's not because honestly, I don't know. I feel like I wasn't at one point. I just wasn't feeling it, and I did have braids for a point. So yeah, I had braids for like a minute after my pregnancy. So it's probably like at the 2 or 3 month mark, I had braids. Then I was like, oh, I'm gonna go get my hair done, but I never could find the time to go get it done. Like I wasn't very intentional about finding the time to get it done. And then I was like so worried about like leaving my son and him fussing and stuff like that, especially with me breastfeeding. So I was just like, I'm not doing that right now. And then I looked up last month. I'm like, dang, I was washing my hair, y'all. You know, you detangle, and it's like you could tell your ends are like need to be clipped because they're not that bad, but I know it's time for me to go to her and get I need a whole like a uplift on my head. So yeah, I'm probably gonna be scheduling that pretty soon because I need to get my hair done. But yeah, and usually I go like every 3 months. So I've been slacking. I went at the very top, like I did at the top of the year because I went in right before, like a week or two before. It was like 2 to 3 weeks before my due date because I wanted to make sure I had my hair washed and just stuff. And then when I had my braids, at least it was like ends clipped and stuff like that. So once I took that set of braids down, yeah, I've just been like just twisting and braiding my hair up on myself, and washing it whenever I could. Which the consistency of me washing it, I guess the cadence, not consistency, but like I usually prefer to wash my hair every 2 to 3 weeks, but that ain't been happening. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, that has not been happening. So yeah, I did just wash it about a week and a half ago. So that's why it was kind of like in an old twist out because I did twist this time. I like the braids, but I was just like, I didn't feel like doing braids. So I just did some twists when I got the shower after washing it. And, you know, it was a cute twist out. You know, I said everything was looking good. It was still full. And, you know, it was good to actually wash my hair after all that time because I hadn't washed it in like a month to 2 months. And like I said, I try to do every 2 weeks, but that wasn't going on. So, but I'm gonna get on my stylist books pretty soon. Yeah. So this is what we are looking like. Now this is a wig. This was like one of the first wigs I ever created, y'all. Like I had this unit. I've had this for like 4 years. Yeah, it's been like 4 years, maybe 4.5 years now. I made it. This was the classy wave texture. I had it in the natural 1B color. This was the first time I did like a closure on myself. As you can see, it's still holding on. This is the same closure from 4 years ago. The same closure. I washed, conditioned, all of that. I colored this hair. I added these highlights in about a year after I made it. And I really like this unit. It's snug. It fits me really well. I can easily, I saw how I just threw it on. No glue, no adhesive. And yeah, it's the body is still there. It's still full, soft. These were old crimps that I did. I like crimping this unit. I like the crimp look on this unit. I haven't revived the crimps, like lately, but they've been lasting because y'all just only brush it out. So yeah, this is one of my favorite units that I made for myself using my hair extensions. Again, this is the Classy Wave texture. And I am actually having a sale going on right now. So if you spend $125 or more, you get $40 off with the discount code DIVA40. And if you want to sign up for my email list, feel free to do that because I have exclusive offers there. But yeah, so head over to my website, www.kayshairext.com. I'll have that right below. And yeah, go take a look, see if it's some stuff that you like. I have bonnets, I have lashes, bundles, and wigs. I do custom units. You'll have to send me your measurements and all that good stuff. But yeah, if you're interested in that, just reach out to me. I'm happy to let you know the information. Again, getting back into my groove on top of being a fabulous mommy. I am back making wigs again. So yeah, just let me know. And there's that tidbit. But I'm about to go throw on some clothes. He's asleep. Already on him ready today. So we don't really gotta do much changing. And we're about to go make 2 runs. But yeah, so I'm about to go change and get out of these clothes, throw something comfortable on, and we're gonna go run these quick errands. Yeah, because I'm not cooking tonight, so we're gonna go to dinner. But yeah, so that is the update and the first video. And I don't know how long, but if you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I will be doing, I guess I'll do a introduction to, not introduction, but I guess like a get to know me. So if there's any things that y'all want to know, feel free to add the questions below. I'll be doing kind of like a Q&A segment. If I don't have any questions, I'll just get on here and let y'all know a little bit about myself, just so that we can get reacquainted since it's been so long and so much has happened. But that is it, y'all. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll be back later. Bye, y'all.